Well, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm headed into town. I thought I'd take you guys with me. And I thought we'd do like a little walkthrough. So today's my last day of being a single man out on the island. I'm going in. My mother-in-law is getting back into town today, so I'm going in to pick up my wife, do some shopping, and we'll be back here tomorrow. I got gunners all ready. A lot of people may wonder why we got a life vest on gunner. Well, for one, it's just safe, but really we do it just out of habit. In the wintertime, the water gets a lot hairier than it is in the summertime, so just just so we don't ever forget, we just keep doing it in the summertime as well. It doesn't really need to because the water's pretty flat all the time in the summer, but in the winter we don't want to forget his life vest because it just gives him a fighting chance if something ever does happen to the boat. So we're coming down here. I just got done watering the garden. Everything's looking okay. The cauliflower is not taking off as well as I wanted it to, but this little guy here, he looks like he's not going to make it. That guy looks all right. That guy's starting to look bad, but everything else is looking okay. Those are the leaves that we burnt because we sprayed that soapy water on them in the morning, and then the sun cooked the leaves, but the plant survived, so that's a good thing. Same with these guys over here. These cauliflowers, I don't even know why I'm wasting water on them, but they stayed in their little starter kits too long because we hadn't had this bed built yet, but we planted them anyways. But the stuff that she started from seed like 2 months ago, it's all looking pretty good. So, and then we just out of nowhere, she found a pumpkin seed sprouting up, so that's a pumpkin. I didn't get to the electric fence. I got a lot of the stuff done. There you go. So I got the 2 bottom strands done. I got the unit hooked up. I got the grounding rod put in place, but I didn't have the clamp to connect the ground to the grounding rod. So when I go into town, we'll pick that up too. I'd bought one, but it was down here in a box with all the other stuff, and when we started clearing this whole area, boxes got moved around, and I think it just either fell out of the box and got buried with some of the dirt. So we'll pick another one of those up. We got 2, I don't know if you can see it with this camera, but we got 2 tankers out there just anchored. They've been there this morning because I got up like at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know what they're doing, just chilling. Here's one thing that we really hardly ever talk about, and that's our cell service. Oh, hold on. I got to kill a slug. Welcome to the jungle, baby. You're going to die. There you go. So one thing that I don't think we've ever talked about, and that is our cell service. Dude, there's a whale out there somewhere. I can hear him. I just don't see him. So this is our signal booster. It's a Wii Boost. It's pointing in the opposite direction of Juneau, but typically everybody's getting reception by pointing these things towards the mountain, and they think that the mountain, like the signal, bounces off of the mountain and comes back our way. That's a big right there. Not today, Junior. Not today. So with that signal booster, that gives us 2 bars of service and 4G, but it's not like, I don't know, I did like the little test thing. I don't remember what it was, but let's put it this way, we buffer a lot. If I'm trying to watch YouTube videos or something and trying to like stream a movie, impossible, not possible. So that's another reason why we have to go to town, is we can't upload videos here. We have to go to town to upload the videos, and it'd be super cool if one day we ever got like satellite internet, and then that way, because I would love to do some like live streaming stuff, but we just don't have the capability right now. One day maybe. I want to see this whale. I hear him, I just can't see him. Yeah, he when the humpbacks put their tails up in the air, so when they dive down, they do a big arch, And when their tails come up in the air, that means they're diving down deep. So that means the show's over for about 10 minutes, but he just blew again. Hopefully you guys can pick it up on the audio. I don't think you'll be able to see it though. But isn't that so cool to be able to have whales out here in your front yard all the time? And every once in a while, not as often as the humpbacks, but every once in a while we'll get some orcas that swim through here, and man, that's super cool. So the generator's off, the batteries are all turned off, everything's locked up. I think we're ready to go. One of the reasons that I carry a pistol, it's not so much for me as it is for Gunner, because Gunner's got into it with a couple of bears before, and obviously he runs faster than I do, but guess what? The bullet runs faster than the bear or Gunner. But we also have a squirrel that has, Gunner's pretty much chased off all the squirrels, but one knucklehead's come back, so in the next week, Gunner will be chasing him off too. But anyways, that's why I carry a gun. I mean, bear spray is fine, but I'd rather have something that you can really rely on. And also when Gunner's, 100 feet in front of me or whatever, if need be, I can just shoot a round off and it'll scare him and the bear. And hopefully they'll run off in separate directions. That's what I've done in the past, and it seemed to work pretty good. We still haven't gotten a lot of rain, so we're hauling these little water jugs back to town, and we'll be filling those up as well, because the garden's taking a lot of water and we just haven't been getting it. But tonight it's supposed to rain hard, so hopefully we'll be able to put some water in the tank, hopefully. All right, there's the boat. We'll talk about our anchor system while we're here too. For our anchor system, you can either like this is our neighbors, Craig and Millie. They've got a mooring buoy, or you can also use what they call an outhaul. And we put our outhaul fairly shallow because like at a 2-foot tide, our boat will get beached, but we're on a sandy section of the beach, so I'm not worried about it. Like if we were up there in the rocks, I would much rather us be a little further out so we don't get beached. Anyways, basically we put it at 2 foot because we wanted to be able to inspect the anchors and the line and stuff in the winter time. And more often because stuff can go wrong or whatever. Anchors can get pulled and render your system pretty much useless. So that's why we did it so shallow, because we did that before we got our trailer. Up there is our boat trailer, and if you haven't seen the video to the how we got the boat trailer over there, I'll leave it right up there, because it was pretty interesting, pretty nerve-wracking, but still pretty cool. Now that we have the tractor, we get a lot of suggestions on how to get the boat out of the water with the trailer, but long story short is I think with the tractor we're not going to have any issues getting the boat out of the water anymore. Even if we just put a wheel on the tongue of the trailer and put a winch on the tractor, and then just have the tractor as a base and just winch the boat out of the water, I think that'll work. That'll probably be the best bet. So in the future we'll probably be purchasing a little wheel to stick on the front of the trailer. So here's where we tie up the outhaul here. It just keeps on windy days, the weight of the boat could pull the line and bring the boat to shore. So we just tie it off just to make sure boat doesn't do anything we don't want it to. And that's pretty much it, man. The boat's floating, so we can untie it and get to town. It's still, I don't know if you can see, well, obviously you can see, the mountains you can still see that there's haze from the fires. There's fires in Canada and fires in Alaska, and our haze is coming from fires in Canada. See this? That's my fanny pack. I don't know if people are still wearing fanny packs down south, but I started wearing it up here because guess what? We got to town one day docked the boat. I jumped out, went up to go get the pickup truck, and guess what? Left the keys here. So now I wear a fanny pack. That way, if I know my pack's on, I know I have everything I need. Yeah, that kind of sucked because it's like a 40-minute trip into town. And yeah, so that was 40 minutes there, 40 minutes back, then 40 minutes back there again. Not the best day. Come on, Bubba. Come on, up. Good boy. Gotta get it heading in the right direction. We don't want to go to shallow water. We want to go to deep water. Why am I leaving to go to town so early? Because it's Sunday and so many knuckleheads are going to be at the dock, probably. So I'm trying to get there earlier than they get there. That way I don't have to watch people trying to back their trailer down 18 times. Good morning, neighbor. How you doing? Good seeing you. I went up and talked to Janet and them a couple days ago. Yeah. All right, man. We'll touch base soon. All right, take care.
Welcome back, baby.
Did you miss me?
I did miss you. I missed him.
You miss me? Is this the longest we've been apart?
It's been 10 days, I think.
Has this been the longest we've been apart?
No. A year?
Yes, a year.
A couple times.
Damn military. Right.
How's my garden? I'm very excited about my garden.
I think your garden's doing good.
Good.
All right, let's go.